Hi, welcome back for another flute review, taking a closer look at one of the flutes from my collection. Today we're looking at a flute from Micheal Searching Bear, and this flute I bought used. This was made back in 2012. At this time he was putting the date onto the flute. This is in the key of F minor. He makes his flutes, at least back then, in a two-piece design, routing the inside or gouging them out. It looks to be probably routed in my scope. It has a 7/8 inch bore diameter. It has a 1/4 inch diameter breath hole. Kind of a raised and flat nest area. It has a block with a pretty high chimney. This is about 3/4 of an inch high. The true sound hole is 3/8 of an inch wide, and almost, it's maybe a 1/16 of an inch shorter than that. So about 5/16 of an inch long. Kind of a longer true sound hole, and it looks to me like he burns all of the holes in to his flute. Just from looking at things, he's got a little kind of a star shape burned into the flute in 3 different places here, or a cross, whatever you want to call that. 6-hole flute. This is made from Eastern Red Aromatic Cedar, block also. The wall thickness is not quite a 1/4 inch, just a little bit under that. Beautifully made. It's got a very, very good craftsmanship throughout the whole thing. Slightly flat here. It looks like when he flattened the nest area, it flattened almost into some of the finger holes. Finger holes are very close to the same diameter, same size, spaced out a little bit differently to help keep them that same size. So an uneven spacing. Very, very nicely tuned. And here's the voice. Now, I'm going to move the block slightly over so it just starts to cover the back edge of the true sound hole. So that oscillation as I build up air pressure is called a warble, and he is known for his warbling flutes. This one does have it. It is a little sensitive. I can't always get it on here, and it's probably my fault. So, a warbling flute ages past in some native cultures, or native flute makers, I guess I should say. Their flute was a failure if it didn't produce that warble. Not all native cultures thought that. Today, most modern flute makers, or makers of a modern day flute, try to not get that warble to happen because they want a clearer sound. So when I found this, I knew it was supposed to be a warbling flute, and I asked for a sound sample. I went ahead and got it. It did warble for the original buyer, or the original flute owner. And I was very, very happy to get this, and I communicated with Micheal a little bit on this, on how to care for it. It was a little bit dry when I got it, and so I wanted to use some oil and things on there to make sure it didn't crack or something when I had it. So Micheal Searching Bear, he still strives to make a warbling flute. Not every single one of his flutes does warble, but that's one of the things that he is known for and strives to try to make his flutes warble, especially the mid-range. This is what he calls his mid-range flutes. He has high range, mid-range, low range, and some other offerings. I will put links down in the description to his website so you can find him. Great guy, great guy. Take a look at his stuff. A true native flute maker, and one that believes in keeping the tradition of, or trying to keep that tradition going, of the warbling flute. His prices are very nice, and he's not only a flute maker, he is a musician, plays many different instruments, flute, drums. He's very well known as a drummer, guitar. He's got a few CDs out. And here's the flute again, voice. Micheal Searching Bear Flutes. Check out the warblers. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with other flute reviews, taking a closer look at another flute from my collection, or some of my music videos that I post, flute comparisons, tutorials, flute playing tutorials. Go ahead and subscribe, make comments. Do you have any interest in owning a flute that will warble? What do you think of that? I used to not want one, but I find that I enjoy it. Thanks for watching. You have a great day.